Now, I love having kind of a workday startup routine. I love just taking a quick 10 or 15 minutes before I hit the inbox, before I get on social media. I'm going to gather myself, gather my mind, and just get in the right frame of mind. Now, some agents are going to say that you have to really start your day with like a solid morning routine, starting at 5 a.m., all this stuff, hit the gym, do your meditations. I love all of that, and I'm a big proponent of that, but I'm at a place in my life where that is not reasonable for me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just at a place in my life, especially as a mother to a young child, like the 5 a.m. stuff is not happening right now. So right now for me, I'm waking up at like 7:30. If I get a workout in, cool, but really I'm prioritizing time with my family in the mornings. And then I'm getting into my office about 9:30 a.m. And that's when I'm really starting my workday. And I begin by my little workday startup routine where I'm reviewing my top 3 and then looking at my calendar for the rest of the day so I have an understanding of what appointments I have to get to. Now, this is where I start adding in some real structure to my days. And again, the nature of the real estate business is not going to allow you to account for every single minute, because fires will erupt in your business, or you have to get really responsive for clients if they're standing outside of a house looking to get inside of it. Like, you know the drill. So what I do is I give myself a few rules to follow so that I have that structure, that if I do kind of get pulled away into something urgent, I know exactly where to come back to. Now, the first big time block in my little structure for my day-to-day is my power hours. Now, the power hours are the first 2 hours of the morning where I am straight up working on prospecting and marketing activities. This is when I'm doing any follow-ups, I'm doing any database calls, I'm doing any responses to social media inquiries. This is when I'm confirming appointments with new leads that came in through the night. What's beautiful about my business is the way that we've set things up is we are an attraction-based business model, meaning leads come to us. They are primarily 90% of the time inbound leads. So they are booking appointments with me, and all I have to do is just confirm them and set that. Now, when they're booking appointments with me through Calendly, for example, they can only book at times that I set my availability. So I know that I'm not going to be waking up first thing in the morning, kind of trying to respond to like a buyer consultation or an urgent client call. During these 2 hours, I'm not going to appointments. I'm never setting appointments during this time. This is specifically managing new leads, following up with other leads, connecting with my database, and then conducting any marketing activities. During this time, my goal is to get 10 conversations in. Okay, so it might not happen right within that time. I might be sending off texts and waiting for a response later in the day if my prospects or database contacts take a while to get back to me. But I'm trying to initiate 10 conversations during this 2-hour window of time. And then also I'm trying to accomplish 1 marketing task. So maybe this looks like sketching out an email newsletter to send out for the month. Or maybe this looks like doing my social media posting during that time on Instagram or TikTok. So again, these are activities specifically fueling the fire for your business. And so I know even if my day totally goes off the deep end after this, I got the most important things done during those 2 hours. So you can check out this video here where I go a little more in depth into power hours. I really kind of break it down into like what activities you should be doing. I could talk about this stuff a lot, but you should know that there is not one way to do this. When I'm working with agents in the Market Authority Academy, we help them create specific power hours that actually reflect their goals and their business and what opportunities they have. So if any coach or guru is coming to you saying, like, just painting with a broad brush and saying this is what you should be doing, they're probably not totally there, right? Like it's not going to really work for you. And this is why a lot of agents wonder, like, well, I'm making my calls, I'm doing all this work, and it's not leading anywhere. You have to tailor your prospecting activities to your goals, or else it's just not going to click. As we get into the afternoon, the first things that I'm going to do is really just take some time for myself. So sometimes I have a lunch by myself or a lunch with my son or my husband, and I really just make sure to nourish myself. I'm really bad at forgetting to do this and then sometimes not eating until like 3 p.m. And if I do that, my day is over. And so I really do prioritize nourishing myself. And so you should be scheduling in a block for your lunch. But if you still feel like you should be doing something to stay busy during this time, then you should be breaking bread with somebody else. So this is a great time to get a face-to-face in. So anytime I'm meeting with other colleagues or meeting with other prospects, and it's more of a social visit, like nurturing a relationship, I'm scheduling that over a lunch, right? Like I'm going to make sure that we're going to go on a nice lunch date or get a nice coffee and a snack, and make sure that if I'm getting those face-to-faces in, we're also going to do it in a way that's going to cultivate deep connection. And there are studies made on how that happens while you're breaking bread or eating with somebody. It's a very connective human experience to share food with somebody, and obviously not like spoon feeding each other, but you know what I mean. Sharing a meal with somebody is a great way to cultivate deep connection, and we want to make sure that we're making space for that. So if I'm not having a little lunch date with somebody I really care about in my family, then I might also make sure to include a lunch date a couple times a week with another colleague or somebody that I'm networking with. And then thank you so much for watching this quick win series here on our YouTube channel. Of course, any resources or additional videos mentioned during this quick win are linked below in the caption, so check that out. And if you have not yet, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time we're dropping other quick wins just like this.